guys, this is Miss Lee.
And Mr. Habegger.
And we're here today to talk to you about the road to revolution. What actually leads the colonists to want to break away from the British?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
All right, here we go. I think before we really get into the bad things, we need to talk about what was so good back then for them and why they realized, you know what, we liked how this was. We need to keep it that way. So we had salutary neglect, which we talked about a little bit in Unit 2. But salutary neglect is the whole idea that there are these rules that exist, but they're not really enforced. So if you're in my class and I see you like with a little candy or something, I probably am not really going to say anything about it, although technically that's against the rules. That's salutary neglect. Yeah. So England was big on this. They had all these rules, but it was really hard to take care of them because they're super, super far away, so they're pretty much ignoring the rules.
Basically a hands-off policy.
Exactly.
Basically saying, hey, do what you do. As long as you help us make money, we're going to just leave you alone to do what you do.
Yep. And later we're going to talk about something called laissez-faire, which is a French policy thing of that with economic stuff, with money, so the government doesn't get involved. Yeah. But this is more of like, well, this is really money stuff too, I guess, just trade.
Again, hands-off.
So there you go. All right, so here's our quick little definition. Britain's policy of avoiding strict enforcement of British laws. So
they still have laws, but they're not being strict about enforcing it because, again, they're more worried about making money.
Yeah, so if the king decides one day, I want to enforce them, they're there. They're just going to start putting the hammer down. All right.
It's like when I tell y'all to stop chewing gum, but then I let you chew gum, then I say stop chewing gum.
It's exactly. So you have to go with whatever we say in the moment we feel that way.
Yeah,
so
we're in control.
Exactly. All right. Would you refresh on mercantilism?
Yeah, mercantilism basically is where the colonies have these raw materials, and they are selling those raw materials to the mother country really cheaply, and the mother country is producing finished goods and selling those back to the colonists for a very expensive price. It's almost like making you chop down your own tree and selling it for 50 cents, and then somebody makes you a chair and makes you buy it for $200. Like, that's the craziest thing. But you see mercantilism actually be the way that, again, Britain exerts its authority over their baby colonies.
Yeah, and I mean, the colonists are still kind of cool with this because they have that freedom. They're away from the king. And with salutary neglect, all those taxes, the reason they cost more is all the taxes going back and forth. But if the taxes aren't really enforced, it's not always as bad. So when mercantilism gets really enforced, that's when people are going to have some issues with it. So our little definition for you. All right, so mercantilism, your little definition is the trade system where raw materials go to the mother country, England. Finished products are sold back to the colonies that make some money off it. And England's making money through import taxes, tariffs. And do they need to know the word tariffs?
Of course. Tariff is the import tax.
Okay. Put that down in your notebook. It's bolded. That there's a reason for that. All right,
we're going to keep saying that.
Over and over. Yes.
Until the end of school.
So please get that. All right. Navigation Act. You want to talk about this? All right, fine. I'll talk about it. All right. Navigation Acts. So to make sure mercantilism actually works, they need to force the colonists to trade their goods with England or other English colonies, which is why you have triangle trade. And as you can see right here, you can see, there's a triangle. All right, it doesn't matter the order of where they're going, but they're going there. And part of the acts is that you have taxes here. Yeah. So everywhere these products go, they're getting taxed. So the more times it goes around the triangle, the things become more expensive.
Right.
That's part of the reason slaves are so expensive.
And so mercantilism basically is a policy that's put in place, but the Navigation Act is going to be the actual law that backs up mercantilism. So again, the mother country wants to profit, wants to make a lot of money off of taxes, and they want to have those laws in place so that when they're ready to enforce those officially, they have a law in place to enforce that.
Exactly. But salutary neglect, they don't always enforce them. So, but that's the whole system of how they would make their money. Yeah. All right. So, your acts passed by England to support mercantilism through tariffs, import taxes.
That important term, tariffs.
Yes, import, not export. So it's the people getting the goods that are paying that tax, which is why all those finished products coming to the colonies, they're not paying that second tax on them. That first tax is already paid, but the second one's not being paid.
So if I purchase something on Amazon and it's coming from out of China, am I still paying for that today?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, when you get the online stuff, it gets a little iffy if there's even taxes in general.
Yeah, but sometimes they kind of hide it in the price anyway.
Yeah, so
it's still around.
Yeah, no, we do tariffs all the time. Yeah, Amazon's a little tricky, but with physical things, for sure.
Or even if you've been out of the country and you come back into the country and you have to report everything to customs, there's a tax if you buy over or bring in certain items over a certain amount that costs, the value of those items. There's an import tax there. There's a tariff for you. So yes, they're still around.
They get you.
I've been caught. Yeah.
She still teaches, so it's legal. It's okay.
She's
all right.
It's legal. 100% legal.
All right. So this is a completely different topic, but we need to go to the Proclamation of 1763. So we just finished the French and Indian War. We had some Native Americans not cool with the English still going to that land. Remember, that was the French land where the traders came and they didn't really settle. Now the English own it because of the outcome of the war. Colonists go over and somebody rebelled. Pontiac. So we have Pontiac's rebellion, not the car company, but this Native American, he's leading everyone in basically an armed protest against these settlers coming into their land. Can you blame them? No. Okay. So the king, he got a huge debt because of the war. So he's thinking, I don't want to pay more to fight a second war there. We just ended this one. So we're going to make this line. We're proclaiming, we're saying, you can't go past the line. And so, as you can see on the map, we got that orange. That's the Indian Reserve. So only Native Americans can be over there.
Right. And then you will find that some French will go and hide over there as well. Mm-hmm. And so this is just crazy to me because didn't these same colonists just win the war for the king? Yeah. And why won't he let them pass this line? Didn't they fight to have access to this area? This is crazy.
Yeah, it's mostly colonists
how do you
fighting.
think the colonists are going to react?
They're excited. No, they're ticked off about this. All right. So it's a law. It's a statement, a proclamation saying that they cannot move west of the Appalachian Mountains to prevent another war with Native Americans.
So basically, the king doesn't want to finance another war. Exactly. And the colonists should be thinking, hey, we don't want to have to keep paying taxes to pay for all these wars, so maybe we need to stay put. But of course, not all colonists think like that because they're probably looking for something out there anyway.
Yeah. Think about the crappy land they have. Let's be honest. Those backcountry farmers, maybe they can go get good land finally.
Yeah, finally.
And the thing that's hard about this is you look at it from the colonist perspective, and it seems like the king's just a big old jerk. Mm-hmm. You look at it from the king's perspective, he's helping make sure they stay safe, although they were fighting in the war too. And he's the one flipping the bill. So it makes sense on both sides.
It does. And this is where we get our loyalists and patriots, really, because you have people who are loyal to what the king is saying and saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't pass the line. Maybe we should listen to the king. Yeah. And then you have those patriots, kind of like the students here who just, want to do what they want to do despite what the authority figures say, and they still are going to find themselves in a little trouble.
Ding, ding.
So,
exactly.
Again, the Proclamation line of 1763.
There you go.
Don't cross that line.
Don't cross it.